This is the Pofeite 8-inch digital picture frame. Let's take it out of the box. In the box we find the unit itself, a power adapter. It has a barrel plug on it. It must be powered off of this adapter. It's not battery powered. You find a remote control. There's a little stand for it, which I'll show you in a second, and the user manual. Now for the frame, it's very simple. We just take this piece here, and that screws right in over there like that. And now we can turn it over and around, and it'll stand. Now you can control it directly from the unit itself. It has its play and pause buttons, left, right, up, down, power of course, and a menu button, so you can do everything without the remote, but the remote is a lot more convenient. And over here on the side, you can see there's a slot for an SD card, and there's also a standard looking USB port like you'd have on a computer. You can use either of those. You can either do an SD card or a USB flash drive up to 32 gig in size. Right between them, that hole there, is a headphone jack, a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Now typically you're not really going to be plugging headphones into this, although you can, but you can jack that out and into your stereo system, because this will also play music and videos with sound and stuff like that. There's also a micro USB, a mini USB jack right over there, and the power jack. And there's also a little hanging hook there for wall mounting. Now you'll see I have a USB flash drive plugged in on the right, and we'll power this up in just a moment, but I did want to talk about the specs on it. This is 8-inch display, as I had mentioned earlier. It has a 180-degree viewing angle. It'll do pictures, music, videos. It also has a clock and calendar feature. The screen is 16 by 9. It'll play videos up to 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second. And now we're pretty much ready to go ahead and power this on. So I'm going to go ahead and take the remote and hit the power button. And in just a moment it'll come up. And we're all set. I can hit the photo button on the remote, and it'll take just a moment for it to come up here, and it will start displaying pictures. Now of course I'll take you through the menu and that quickly so you can see all the different options, but you can see that it works just as exactly as you thought. There's transitions between the scenes and things like that. It's all there for you. That one sort of comes around and flips around to that, and it displays pictures. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. But I'm going to show you some other features now. Let's try music. So we'll press the music button, and in a moment it'll come up. It's currently reading the songs on the drive, and it will start playing. You know, you can go through the songs here. And of course you can raise and lower the volume. It's got decent enough sound for what it is. So we'll lower that. And we can hit the movie button right over there. And this will play a video here. Are you going shopping? Or did we just pick you up? What is the cat deal? All by yourself, you just went in there. Here's the clock calendar mode. You can do 12 or 24-hour time. I have it set to 24, and it shows you the calendar right over there and displays a slideshow just like that, so you can just leave it as such. So here's a quick look at the menus. This is the photo setup. You can change your display mode, turn music on or off because it'll play music with the photos, which I'll show you in a moment. Change the display ratio if you want it to the original, or scale it to fit the screen, or what have you. The speed of the slideshow you can adjust between pictures. if it's to repeat at the end. Slideshow effects are on random, or you can have it set to a particular one. And the slide mode, where it says single window, you can do up to 4 windows, which I'll show you, which is actually quite interesting. And the photo random slideshow, random or basically in order. We can go down to calendar. You can set your date and time, and there's also an alarm, but I'm not going to demonstrate that now. The video mode, it pretty much is what you'd expect. You can set the scaling of it, and if it's to repeat at the end. For music, you just have repeat, or that's really it. And in the actual system menu, you can set the language, grayscale, brightness, contrast, a power on or power off timer, the auto power frequency. In other words, if you want it to turn on at a particular time every day, you can have it do it only once, or on certain days of the week, or anything like that. Startup mode, you can set it to automatically display a slideshow or play movies or music or what have you when you turn it on. So let me go ahead and set that. I'm going to go on down to startup mode, and you'll see what you can do here. You can do photo, music, video, photo and music, or calendar. So we're going to do photo and music right there, and we'll set that. And now I'm going to power it off and back on. So now if I go and power it on, that'll turn on in a moment. It's going to come up to the main screen, and in just a moment it will automatically start the slideshow with music. So you get the idea of that. Okay, I just set the display mode to the slide mode to 4 windows, and we'll go ahead and hit the photo button. Now this does take a little bit of time for it to come up. For whatever reason, it always starts with that very same picture, but the rest are always random. So it just always starts with that and then goes random from there. So you can see that it's loading in 4 different pictures right there. And now these are going to start changing one at a time. So once again, this was the Pofeite 8-inch digital picture frame. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find it available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.